Welcome back to the Smart Money Show, where we teach you how to make your money move smarter, farther, and faster. I am Oyeleke Champion, and today we're diving deep into the beautiful city of Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic, and one of the most underrated yet promising investment destinations in Europe. If you're a beginner with little to no experience in international investing, this episode is for you. You've heard of investing in Dubai, London, maybe even Portugal, but Prague. Let me tell you why Prague is one of Europe's best kept financial secrets. It's a strategic location in Central Europe. It's an EU member with access to the single market but with its own currency, which provides great currency arbitrage. It's a city with a rich cultural history and a strong legal framework for foreign investors. It is a steadily growing economy with low unemployment, strong exports, thriving tourism. And the best part, you don't have to be rich or an expert to get started. So you're wondering if a foreigner can invest in Prague? The simple answer is yes, as Prague welcomes foreign investments in multiple sectors, especially real estate and small businesses. You, as a non-citizen, can buy residential or commercial property. You can establish a company even as a non-resident. And the best part, no special visa is required to own property or shares. The only legal requirements you will need is a valid passport, a Czech bank account, a lawyer for due diligence and to verify your contract, and to use a translator as legal documents are in Czech. The country scores high on property rights, legal transparency, and ease of doing businesses, making it one of the safest places to park your money in Central Europe. So, let's talk real estate. It is the most common entry point for foreign investors in Prague. Why Prague real estate, you might wonder? Because of the growing population and urban migration, and the housing supply has not kept up with the demand. Also, the increase in tourism has seen a higher short-term yield, and they have low property taxes and maintenance costs. Types of real estate you can invest in: buy to let, which is a long-term rental, which has a yield of about 3 to 5% annually. Also, short-term rental, that's Airbnb, which has a high income potential and it is popular among digital nomads. Then you have renovation projects where you can buy old apartments, renovate them, and flip them, which is common in Prague 3 and 7. Then you can also invest in commercial property like office spaces and retail stores, as Prague has seen a high rise in co-working spaces of late. All these are lucrative ways you can invest your money into the Prague real estate market, and you see a huge return on investment. Some costs you should expect. The purchasing price per meter square is about 3,500 to 7,000 euros using a realtor. So this is a step-by-step guide to finding a apartment to buy. You first look for a real estate agent. Then you can reserve the property by paying an agreement of about 1% deposit. Then you sign a preliminary contract with a 10% deposit. Then you secure financing if possible, as mortgages are available to foreigners. Then you register at the land registry. You set up utilities and rental contracts. Then you declare the property as for taxes. As simple as that. So, if you're not ready for property or just want something more liquid, Prague still has options. The first option is to invest in the Prague Stock Exchange, which is the oldest stock exchange in Central and Eastern Europe. It is stable, it is regulated, and it is EU compliant. And it's a good way to invest your money in the Prague economic ecosystem. The second option is to invest in EU real estate funds, which means investing in Czech or Central European real estate without owning property directly, with a low entry fee of just 100 euros. It is good for monthly and quarterly returns. Then you have crowdfunding and startup platforms. Crowdberry offers equity in Czech startups, and it is a moderate to high risk with a very high reward. Now, let's look at starting a business. If you want to go beyond passive investing, you can set up a Czech S.ro. Business ideas that prosper in Prague is hospitality, like hostels, hotels, tourism services like boat tours, cultural guides, and boat rentals, tech startup, as Prague has seen a IT boom of late, language schools and tutoring centers, and also digital nomad co-working hubs. A business setup checklist is to reserve your company name, deposit an initial capital, obtain a business license, register with the trade licensing office and commercial register, open a Czech business bank account for all your transaction and taxes, and register for value-added tax. A quick tip here will be to use a local Czech accountant because bureaucracy can be a little tricky. Some risk and how you can mitigate them. The Czech koruna is stable but not euro pegged, so you can hedge using multi-currency accounts like Wise or Revolut. The Prague property market is cooling slightly, but for rental income, not quick flips. Also, there's a little language barrier, so you should always work with licensed professionals who speak English. Contracts in Czech only are legally binding, so always request for dual language contracts. And real estate deals can take 2 to 4 months, so you should be patient with those deals. So, if you want a passive income in a stable EU economy, if you want to diversify out of the USD or CAD, if you're looking for a long-term capital appreciation, if you're curious about owning European property or starting a business abroad, you should consider investing in Prague. If you don't want to plan to hire help, if you're expecting quick profits, or you don't want to do proper due diligence, you should not bother investing in Prague. Prague is not just a beautiful place to visit, it's a brilliant place to build wealth, diversify like the smart money does. Whether you're investing $5,000 or $500,000, Prague has a pathway for you. If you enjoyed this episode, click the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you will not miss our episodes coming up. So until the next episode, stay smart, stay global, and stay invested. This is the Smart Money Show.